everyone.
Hi everybody.
Today we are going to talk about how to file green card or form I-485 or adjustment of status. We are not an attorney or an expert in this field. We are creating this video just for fun. You might consider consulting any expert or attorney for further guidance.
We have recently filed our green card. We had filed our immigration petition for alien worker or I-140 last year, which was approved this March. It took around a month for us to file our green card from the date our priority date became current. Though our attorney was very quick, we wish we had found something like this that we could have referred to get ready to file our green card faster and maybe without attorney while we were waiting for our priority date to become current.
So in this video, we are going to talk about which all form to be filled,
How to fill these forms,
what all documents are needed,
how to get doctor's certificate,
how and where to get photos,
various types of fees.
Let's get started with a list of forms. Primary applicant is required to fill 4 mandatory and 3 optional forms. Mandatory forms are application of adjustment of status or form I-485. This is the main form for green card. Report of medical examination and vaccination record or form I-693. This form is to be filled by USCIS identified doctors in your area. Form I-485 Supplement J. Declaration of Self-Sufficiency or Form I-944. This form is to showcase financial self-sufficiency of the applicant and family. Optional forms are Notice of Entry of Appearance as Attorney or Form G28. This form is needed in case applicant appoints attorney to prepare his or her case. Application for Employment Authorization or Form I-765. As the name suggests, this is needed to request employment authorization until green card is finally issued. Application of Travel Document or Form I-131 is used to apply for international travel request while green card is processed. It is advised to apply for travel document and employment authorization at the time of filing adjustment of status, as there will be additional fees in case it is filed separately after I-485 or adjustment of status is filed. We will cover this in more detail while we cover different types of fees. For dependents, all of the form are same except Form I-485 Supplement J, which is replaced with Affidavit of Support or Form I-134.
Filing and verifying so many forms per applicant could be a time-consuming task. It is advised to list out important information at one go and use it wherever applicable. Even though you might have engaged attorney, they will rely 100% on you to provide information and validate them. Some of the key detail that you might like to collect ahead of time is each applicant's residence history for the last 5 years, regardless of location. Any address where you lived for 1 month or more should be listed. There should not be any gap or overlap in the address history. You must provide your address outside the US where you lived for 1 year or more, even if it is outside the last 5 years. You must list each applicant's employment history for the last 5 years, regardless of location. Some of the information needed is employer name, address, city, country, job title, month of employment, month of exit. Also, please list any and all children you have, even if they are US citizen. Please state their name, date of birth, and where they reside currently.
It is wise to attach additional documents so that USCIS do not raise request for any additional document later. Besides all the filled forms, primary applicant needs to furnish a check for filing fees, 6 photographs, copy of I-140 approval notice, copy of birth certificate, and in case birth certificate is not available or was obtained much after birth, affidavit regarding birth certificate is needed. We will provide affidavit sample format that could be printed on a plain paper and notarized after one of the parents sign it. School leaving certificate that has parent name and date of birth could be additional document as evidence. Copy of passport with visas and most recent I-94, copies of prior approval notices, copies of latest tax return and W-2, copies of latest credit report, copies of latest bank and credit card statements, copies of latest health insurance document, and copies of education documents. Dependents could submit same set of documents. Spouse needs to submit marriage certificate. All documents should be written or transcribed in English.
Medical examination or obtaining doctor's certificate is one of the most time-consuming tasks. You could go to the link to find USCIS identified doctors in your area. Moment you get to know that your priority date has arrived, start calling doctors in your area to inquire about the charges and appointment, as there may be many applicants and you might not get appointments soon. There are list of vaccination as listed in the immunization record that applicants should have received and need to undergo a couple of blood tests and urine examination. In case all the vaccinations are not done, doctors might charge you additional fees to provide them. You might want to plan well and get it from your primary care, which might be covered through your insurance.
You could follow photo specification available on USCIS website. You could take photo at home if you have a nice camera phone or a camera, color printer, and thick glossy photo paper. Alternatively, you could go to Costco to ask for digital copy. They might provide 6 photos of each family of 4 with soft copy in a pen drive at a reasonable cost of around $50.
Alright, now I'm going to talk about the fees associated with different forms and attorney charges. The first comes the legal fees for the applicant. It depends on the attorney that you engage, so it ranges anywhere between $1,200 to $5,000 per applicant. Similarly, for dependent, as many dependents you have per dependent, it ranges from $600 to $2,500. For filing I-485 or adjustment of status for applicant or dependent, per applicant it is $1,225. For I-765 or employment authorization for applicant or dependent, per applicant is $550 in case it is not filed along with 485. I-131 or travel authorization for applicant or dependent, per person it is $590 in case it is not filed with 485. In case both employment authorization and travel authorization is filed along with I-485 or adjustment of status, there is no additional fees for both the forms. In case there is a request for evidence or RFE for applicant or dependent for any of the form, the attorney charges anywhere between $350 to $1,000 to respond to one RFE. And the last one is legal fee for attorney to attend an interview with the applicant and prepare for the interview. It ranges anywhere between $500 to $1,000.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, you might consider subscribing to the channel
and press the bell icon